So come into a comfortable seated position, Sukhasana, if that feels good, but any other seat that might feel better, something that allows you to sit up nice and tall and be fairly comfortable. A little soft in the inner thighs, soft and heavy in the hips, with a nice tall but lightly lifted spine. And then once you found your way there, just let your shoulders kind of soften down. Tuck your chin slightly in. So imagine that you're making like a half double chin, just a little tiny tuck of the chin, and then soften your forehead, soften your cheekbones, and then pause here for a moment and just tune in and notice your breath. And as you start to tune in and notice your breath, maybe just start with the physical action of the breath. Notice maybe if one nostril is a little bit more congested than the other. Notice the gentle breeze of breath coming in through your nostrils and the warmth of the air as it comes out. And then maybe see if you can tune in and notice the physical action of breath in your throat. And then maybe move a little further down and see if you can notice the physical action of your breath in your shoulders and your chest. And then see if you can notice the physical action of breath in your rib cage and your solar plexus. And then see if you can move your awareness down and notice the physical action of your breath in your belly. And then as you tune into the breath in the belly, you might notice the breath in your hip creases. You might notice the breath in your pelvic floor. So see how far down and deep in you can tune into the breath there. And then if it feels all right to do so, move your attention away from the focus of the breath and just notice the solidness of the floor underneath your seat. And then maybe sit up just a little bit taller, finding a little lift up through the crown of the head. Let your shoulders soften down and back. And then before we move from this place, take a moment to set an intention here to honor your mind and your body throughout your practice. Never doing anything in your practice that would cause your body pain, and treating yourself with love, care, and respect. And then with that intention set, you're going to take your hands, flip your palms, so palms open facing the ceiling, and then we're just going to roll through the fingers. So as you inhale, you're going to roll your fingers in, make a little fist and squeeze. Exhale, roll your fingers out and stretch your fingers wide. Inhale, roll your fingers in, give a little squeeze. Exhale, roll your fingers out and stretch. Inhale, roll your fingers in and squeeze. Exhale, roll your fingers out and stretch, and then loosen up that stress, lift your hands away from your knees and give your hands just a little gentle shake. So a little shake in the wrist and a light shake in the fingers. Nice, take one more good little shake and then flip your palms, let them rest comfortably on your knees again. As you inhale, just lift your chin up to the sky. Exhale, tuck your chin down to your chest. Inhale and lift your chin up. Exhale, tuck your chin down. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to tuck down. And then bring your head to neutral. And then we're going to turn the head, look over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale and bring it back to center. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale to center. One more time each side. Exhale, turn your head to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale to center. Nice. And then we're just going to take a couple little tick-tocks of the head side to side, moving it at your pace. You're dropping one ear towards your shoulder and then the other way. And just noticing the side of your neck, noticing your shoulders, and maybe even noticing too, if your side body or your elbows kind of want to move with you, can you try to keep your torso and your shoulders fairly stationary and take your head one more time each side? Nice. And then when you're ready, head comes to center, and we're going to walk out to a little half easy seated forward fold. So just walk about halfway to the depth that you would normally go, take it into that halfway point, and then plant your palms. As you inhale, you're going to find a little squeeze between the shoulder blades. Lift your chest just a little bit, lift your gaze, and then exhale and round your shoulders just slightly, tuck your chin in just slightly. Inhale to squeeze between the shoulder blades, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Nice. Exhale, pull the ribs back, tuck your chin in. One more just like that. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, pull your ribs back, tuck your chin in. And then find a neutral spine, drag your fingers, pull it all back up and in. Left hand's going to touch the ground, right hand's going to reach up, take a gentle side bend. Beautiful. Float that hand down, take it to the other side. Nice. Lift it all back up and in. Now we're going to take it into a twist. So right hand's going to find the left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, get nice and tall. And then when you're ready, release and take it over to the other side. Catch your knee, hand comes behind you. Think about getting nice and tall. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring it back to center. Roll the shoulders down and back, and we're going to take a nice big breath. Open your arms wide. Lift your chest, lift your chin. Right hand's going to come on top. We're going to give ourselves a little hug. Catch your shoulders. Pull the shoulders down. Pull the abdominal muscles in. Round your upper back body. Tuck your chin into your chest. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. When you're ready, inhale, open your arms wide, open your chest, lift your chin, and then the other hand is going to come on top. Catch your shoulders. Pull the shoulders down, pull the abdominal muscles in, round your upper back body, tuck your chin into your chest, take a nice big breath. Nice. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift up, open your arms nice and wide. We're going to take it back into a twist. So right hand's going to find the left knee, rotating to the left. And then take that back hand, reach it to shoulder height, flip the palm, add your side bend. Reach that hand up alongside your ear. You can go as far as feels good, just noticing the side of your body, noticing your ribs. Take a nice big breath there. Awesome. Lift up and take it over to the other side. Catch your other knee, find your twist first, and then reach that hand back to shoulder height, flip the palm, add your side bend. Reach it up alongside your ear. Nice. And then lift it up, rotate back to center. Pause just for a second in center. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, around, down, and back. Beautiful. Now we're going to go a little bit further. So take your twist over to the left. Reach that hand out to shoulder height, flip the palm, add your side bend, and then we're going to reach that hand over and across. Find your other knee. And then once you've got your knee, heart comes to center. Pause there for a second. Notice how that feels. And then if it all feels good, you're going to keep your elbows stacked. Reach your hands up into eagle arms. So we're going to wrap the hands around, but if eagle arms is a no-go, just grab your shoulder. So find the version that feels the best to you right now. And then once you feel like you're there, inhale, lift your elbows up, a little lift in the chest. Exhale, pull the elbows down, a little rounding in the back body. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to round back. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to round. Beautiful. Inhale to a neutral space, unwind your arms, open your chest, lift your chin, and then we're going to take our twist to the other side. Catch your other knee, hand comes behind you. Awesome. And then reach that hand to shoulder height, flip the palm, find your side bend, and then if you like, reach that hand across, find your other knee. And then once you're there, heart comes to center. Pause for a second, make sure everything feels good. And then if it all feels good, you're going to wrap those arms up either in your eagle arms or in your hug, whichever variation you like the best. And then when you're ready, inhale, elbows lift. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, elbows lift. Exhale and round. One more breath here. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Awesome. Inhale to a nice neutral space. Unwind your arms. We're going to swim the hands behind the back. Tall fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your chest, lift your chin, take a gentle back bend. Beautiful. And then soften there, but keep your hands behind you so you can lean back into your sits bones. We're going to switch the cross in the legs so that you come into your easy seat on the other side. And then just give a second, let everything get situated. And then we're going to take it forward into that halfway point again. So that halfway forward fold here, plant your hands. Inhale, lift your chest, a little squeeze in the shoulder blades. Exhale, pull the ribs back, pull the abdominal muscles in. Inhale, lift the chest, squeeze between the shoulder blades. Nice. Exhale and round back. One more just like that. Inhale, a little lift of the chest, a little lift of the chin, a little squeeze in the shoulder blades. Beautiful. Exhale, round your back. And then find a neutral, press into your hands, drag your fingers up and in. And then from here, we're going to find our way into a tabletop position or come on to all fours. As you come onto all fours, just give yourself a second to get there. So if you need to double stack your mat or do any little kindnesses for yourself, take the time to do it. And then once you feel like you're ready, we're going to start with that little wag of the tail, just dropping your hips side to side. Tune in here. Notice how your knees feel. Notice how your hips feel, your shoulders, your wrists, your fingers. One more wag of the tail side to side, and then we're going to take our tabletop and we're going to start to draw it in some circles. So circle in one direction. Nice. And then take your tabletop and draw those circles the other way. Beautiful. Bring it back to neutral. Curl both sets of toes under. Take a couple of rocks forward and back, bringing your butt back to your heels, and then coming forward so your shoulders come in line with the wrists. Awesome. Take one more rock forward and back. And then as you come back up into tabletop position, you can release the left toes, but slide the right foot back. So toes are going to stay curled under on that right foot. And then rock yourself forward and back here, finding that stretch in the Achilles heel and in your calf. Nice. Now the next time you press back into your heels, stay there for an extra breath. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, slide that leg in, switch to the other side. Left leg slides back, toes curled under, rock yourself forward and back. Awesome. Now the next time you press back into that heel, stay there for one extra breath. Cool. And then when you're ready, slide that foot in. So both legs are back in that tabletop position. Take it right into your puppy pose. Keep your hips in line with your knees. Walk your hands towards the top edge of your mat. Let your chest and forehead melt down. Make as much space for your shoulder blades as feels appropriate. So it can be a nice wide space with your arms if that feels good. Nice deep breath in. Nice slow breath out. Beautiful. From here, we're going to start to find our way down onto our belly. So soften your elbows down, shoot your heart forward just a little bit so your shoulders come in line with your elbows, and then step your feet to the back edge of your mat into a little bit of a low plank. You can pause there for a second if that feels good. And then release your knees down to the ground, right into Sphinx pose. So elbows are going to come in line with the shoulders. Hands are in a parallel position. Draw your elbows back energetically so you squeeze between the shoulder blades, lift through the crown of your head. Hip bones press down into the earth. Take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then we're going to walk our elbows nice and wide, and we're going to take a couple little scorpion twists here. So you're going to reach your right hand out straight from the shoulder. Left hand is going to be bent. We're going to roll onto the right, step your left foot behind you, and then bring it right back in, rolling onto the belly. Slide your right hand in, left hand out, roll onto your left, step your right foot behind you. Beautiful. Bring it right back in. Right hand reaches out, left hand slides in. We roll over onto the right. Bring it back to center. Right hand slides in, left hand reaches out, roll over onto your left. Nice. Bring it all back in. Left hand slides in, right hand reaches out. One last time each side. Roll over onto your right. And bring it back in. Right hand slides in, left hand reaches out, and then we roll over onto the other side. Beautiful. Bring it all back in. Both hands are going to slide alongside the shoulders. 3 low cobras here. Inhale, gently lift your heart up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower down. Nice. One more time, just like that. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower down. Push your way up into a tabletop, and we're going to take it into extended child's pose. Big toes together, knees to the outer edges of your mat. Bring your butt back to your heels. Let everything soften here. Belly, chest, forehead, arms, everything can just soften into the earth. Take 3 nice deep breaths. On your next inhale, when you're ready, start to lift your way back up into that tabletop position, walking your knees in so that they're in line with your hips. Curl your toes under, lift up to downward facing dog, and take a couple pedals of the legs. Bend one knee, press into the opposite heel. Wonderful. When you're ready, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands, come to a nice little ragdoll fold at the top of the mat. So make some space for yourself here. Feet can be hip or shoulder distance apart, super generous bend in the knees, space for the belly, space for the chest. And then if it feels good, grab your elbows and take a little time here to let your spine dangle. Let your head hang nice and heavy. Take a couple nice deep breaths. One more breath here. And then if it feels good, you're going to just relax your fingers down towards the ground and walk your fingers over towards the right edge of your mat. So a little reach through the left hand, and then notice your left side body. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. Take it through center and over to the other side, reaching through the right hand, noticing the right side body. Take a nice big breath. Nice. And then walk it back through center. Super generous bend in the knees. Pull your abdominal muscles in. Roll up nice and strong from your navel center. Take your time to come up. And then once you're up, give a second to get everything situated. Shrug out your shoulders, fix up your clothes, get super comfortable, and then find mountain pose at the top of your mat. Feet about hip width distance apart, maybe shoulder, just depending on what stance you like. And then toes and knees pointing fairly forward. We're going to lift our toes, spread your toes as wide as you can, and then just have a little look down at your feet. And then see if you can lift the soles of the feet. And once you feel like you've got that nice pada bandha, that lift from the soles of the feet, relax your toes back down. And then lift all the way up through the front of the body, lifting up through the crown of your head. Let your shoulders soften down. Inhale, raise your arms up and look up. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, hands through heart center. We're going to interlace the fingers, flip the palms, press them forward, soften your shoulders down or make some space for your shoulder blades. And then once that feels good, soften your elbows just a little bit, raise your arms up and overhead, make some space for your shoulder blades. And then once shoulder blades feel good, press into the palms. Awesome. Unlace your fingers and give your fingers a little wriggle as you bring them all down. Roll your shoulders down and back. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, interlace your fingers, but the weird way, so the opposite cross of your fingers, flip your palms, press them forward, make some space for your shoulder blades. And then once you feel like you're there, soften your elbows just a little bit, raise them up and overhead, make space for your shoulder blades, and then press your palms up. Beautiful. Unlace your fingers, give your fingers a little wriggle as you bring them on down, and then roll your shoulders down and back. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge at your waist, fold down to the ground. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. We're going to step both feet back to downward facing dog. Pick up your heels, lower your knees into tabletop position. Right foot's going to step forward. We're going to find a low lunge from here. So step it as far forward as you like. And then once you feel like you're there, inhale, raise your arms up and look up. Beautiful. Float your hands down, frame your front foot. We're going to take 1/2 splits here. So we're going to just pull the hips back, peel the front toes up, just go as far as you feel a little sensation in the back of the leg, and then rock yourself right back into that low lunge. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee up. Hands are going to find the ground. We're going to step that front foot back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Pick up your heels, lower your knees back to that tabletop position. Left foot's going to step forward. We'll find that low lunge to the other side. Once you feel like your foot's in a good place, inhale, raise your arms up. Beautiful. Float your hands down. 1/2 splits here. Pull the hips back, peel the front toes up. Just go as far as feels good. Get a little sensation in the back of the leg, but no need to yank against it. And then when you're ready, rock yourself forward, curl the back toes under, pick your back knee up. Then we step that front foot back to downward facing dog. Awesome. From here, we're going to shoot forward into a plank position. So bring your weight forward, shoulders in line with the wrists, press back into your heels, push away from the floor. Take one more breath. Wonderful. Bring your knees down, lower gently onto your belly. Take a second to find your way there, and then give everything a good shake out. Wiggle out your tush, wiggle out your heels, make sure everything feels good. We're going to bend the knees and then swish the heels a little bit side to side. Awesome. One more little swish side to side. And as you bring them back to center, reach your right hand back, catch hold of your right foot, let your left foot float back down to the ground. Hug your right heel in towards your butt, rotate your heart forward, look forward, take a breath. Cool. And then gently release that foot and switch. Pull the left foot in, right leg floats back down to the ground. Reach your left hand back. See if you can catch hold of that foot. And then if you've got hold of the foot, heart forward, look forward, and take a breath. Beautiful. Release your grab from that foot. Let it float down. Hands alongside the shoulders, elbows soften at the ribs. We're going to graduate our Cobra. So we're going to start with a nice low Cobra. Inhale, gently lift your heart. Exhale and lower back down. Slide your hands back maybe about an inch, and then inhale, lift your heart just a little bit higher. Beautiful. Exhale and lower down. Slide your hands back one more inch. Inhale, lift your heart as high as you like. Exhale and lower down. Awesome. Push your way up into a tabletop position. Big toes together, knees to the outer edges of your mat, right back to that extended child's pose. Pull your butt back to your heels, belly, chest, and forehead soften down. Take a moment here to come back to your breath. Take one more breath here. And then when you're ready, start to lift your way back up into a tabletop position, moving your knees just so that they're in a comfortable position so that we can swing the legs out. So you can crisscross your ankles or just spin your legs out to one side. And then we're going to shoot the legs forward, bring it right into your cobbler's pose or Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, knees out to the left and to the right. And then we're going to take our hands, rub your hands together, get them super nice and warm. Just bring a little heat into your palms. And then you're going to take your hands and cup them around your toes. Just give a little wrap here, maybe a little smush of the toes. Close your eyes down, take a nice deep breath. On your next exhale, if it feels good, you're going to start to lean your heart forward and just go to your edge. Go as far as feels comfortable to you. No shooting pain in the low back, nothing zinging you in the hips. Make sure it feels like a good position to be in. Soften your inner thighs, soften around your knees, soften your jaw. One more breath. And then when you're ready, come up nice and slow. Lift from the top of your head. Let your heart follow. Grab the outer sides of your thighs. Help your knees come together. And then we'll start to roll our way down to the ground. So curl your tailbone under and then gently lower yourself down. We're going to take it right into a figure four from here. So right leg is going to come across the left. Lift the left leg up. Thread your hands through. Gently grab the back of the thigh, but keep it a soft hold. So we're going to rock the figure four a little bit side to side. And then we're going to take that figure four and draw it in some circles. Circle in one direction. And then circle it the other way. Cool. And then if it feels good, as you come back into that more central location, you're going to gently draw the legs in, keeping your shoulders soft and down. Make sure you're breathing comfortably here. Take a nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. One more breath. And then when you're ready, we're going to take it into a little figure four twist. So we're going to release our hold from the back of the thigh or the top of the shin. Left foot's going to touch down. Keep your right foot in that figure four configuration, but drop your right foot over to the left. So we're coming into a little twist here. Try to maintain your right shoulder connected to the ground as your right foot touches down over on the left. And then right arm can open out wide, head can turn to the right. And if it feels good, left hand can find the inner thigh and gently press the knee open, but only if that feels like a good sensation. One more breath. If your hand is on the inner thigh, go ahead and release it. Float your legs back up to center. Step your right leg off the left. Pause for a moment and just notice how one side feels different than the other. And then if you're ready, left leg across the right, find your figure four again. Lift up, find that loose hold. Wobble your figure four a little bit side to side. Awesome. And then if it feels good, take your figure four, draw it in some circles, go in one direction. And then take your figure four and draw it in circles, go the other way. Cool. And then when you feel ready, finding that neutral central position and then draw the legs into your comfort level. Shoulders should still stay soft on the ground and you should be breathing comfortably here. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, release your hand hold from the back of the thigh or your shin, float that right foot down and right into our figure four twist. So we're going to take that left foot over to the right, let it find the floor, maintaining that connection of your left shoulder to the ground and left arm can reach out. Maybe you turn your head to the left if that feels good. And then maybe your right hand finds the inner thigh and gently presses it open, but only if that feels like a good sensation. If your hand is on the inner thigh, go ahead and release it with control. Pull those knees back up. Step your left foot off the right. Pause for a moment and notice. You might notice a nice gumminess or nice warm sensation in the outer edges of your hips. And then if it feels good, pull both knees up into your chest. Give yourself a light little squeeze, maybe a gentle rock side to side. And then we're going to take a little butterfly position in the air, or cobbler's pose in the air. So we're going to let the knees come apart out to the left and to the right, and then see if you can reach up and just grab hold of your feet. And then once you've got hold of your feet, you're going to take your thumbs and your fingers and just kind of mush around, a little massage to the feet, but let it be a loosey-goosey. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. We just kind of want to mush around the feet, mush around the toes, the balls of the feet, and maybe a little mush around the ankles. Nice. Take one more little mush of the feet, and then if you can, grab the blade edges of your feet, so the outer edges, their pinky line, and then let the knees come out super wide right into your happy baby. So we're going to pull the knees down towards the ground, heels up to the sky, soften your shoulders down, soften your tailbone down. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice slow breath out. If it feels good, a little rock side to side here, or any other organic movement that might feel good. Wonderful. And then when you're ready, slowly and mindfully start to float your feet back down to the ground. You might like to finish in constructive rest with your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Let your knees drop in. You might prefer to take it into reclined cobbler's pose, soles of the feet together, knees out to the left and to the right. Or you might prefer that more traditional shape and just walk your feet to the end of your mat. So take a second to find your position for your Shavasana. And then once you feel like your body's there, give it a second, let it settle in, let everything find its way. And then see if you can invite some softness in. Maybe soften your gaze or close your eyes down. Soften your breath and let it come back to its natural rhythm. Soften your chest and your shoulders. Soften your sternum and your solar plexus. Soften your belly button. Soften your hips. Soften your thighs and the tops of your knees. Soften the backs of your knees, your calves, and your shins. Soften your feet. Start to bring your awareness back into your body. Become aware of the solidness of the floor beneath you. Gently wake up your fingers, gently wake up your toes. Maybe invite some gentle movement into your wrists and your ankles. Maybe some gentle movement into your knees and your elbows. Maybe a little gentle movement into your hips. And then if all feels good, stretch your legs long, reach your arms up and overhead and take a big good morning stretch. Nice big breath back into your body. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, in your own way, start to find your way up to a comfortable seated position. Nice. And then as you come up to your comfortable seated position, we're going to take our nice little piano fingers and we're just going to do a nice little tap up and down the chest. So think down to the breastbone and then up to the collarbones. And then if you like, close your eyes down and just tune in and listen. Listen into that nice light little tapping sound. One more light little tap up and down. And then just let your hands rest comfortably for a second and just notice. Notice the breath in your nostrils. Notice if one side feels a little bit more congested than the other. And the side that feels congested, that's the side you're going to plug up. So you're going to take a thumb, whichever side, and gently close just that nostril. So we're going to breathe through the open side. Take a nice deep inhale. If you like, retain the breath at the top just for a second, and then exhale, let the breath go. Inhale through that open side. Retain the breath at the top, and then exhale. One more breath. Nice big inhale. Retain the breath at the top, and then exhale. Release your thumb from the closed side. Let both hands rest. Take a nice deep inhale. Nice slow exhale. Awesome. On your next inhale, gather your prayer hands together at heart center and Anjali Mudra. Bow your head to your heart. Breathing in love and gratitude for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and for all of your hard work. And breathe in a little extra love and gratitude that you can carry with you through the rest of your day and share with everyone you see. And gently lift up through the top of your head. Gently open your eyes. I bow to you. Happy Saturday.